Welcome, everyone, to episode number 41 of Talking Kentucky. My name is Coleman Scott, and his name is Caden Holmes. And, well, Caden, we might be back to talking a little sadness today, actually, here on Talking Kentucky. I was hoping for that not to be the case, but I think we're going to have to go back to some old times here. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I think you're muted, Caden. There we go.
I was just saying, every time
nothing's
working.
Yeah, nothing's
Kentucky's
working
losing. My mic's not working. People getting into fights on Facebook. Everyone's unhappy.
Yeah.
But anyways, it seems like every time we get in the top 25, something happens and things go wrong. Case and Wall is hurting. It's awful. And
the difference there, though, is you made an adjustment. I told you that your mic was muted, and you made an adjustment by unmuting it. See, that's what we don't do in the realm of Kentucky basketball. We don't make adjustments very often. But anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You can continue with your introduction here.
Yeah, I called you, Coleman, 10 minutes in, and I said, we look different tonight. Like, we look focused. We're not hitting our shots, but we look like focused on defense, and the switches were good. Like, I thought the first 10 minutes of that game was pretty solid, and then we let them come back at the end of the first half, and second half, of course, all that happened, and I don't really know where we go from here. It was another one of those games where we couldn't hit the right side of the bar, and it seemed like Oscar was the only one doing anything out there.
Hey, speaking, some positive news here. Clyde Harris is 41 for former Kentucky Wildcat Josh Allen. That's right. Yeah, we can have some happy memories of Josh Allen talking 41. I think that could be good here. And Clyde also says that Kaysen is okay, which we're going to get into talking a little bit about that too.
Do we know that for sure?
I don't think we know anything for sure anymore. I don't think we can necessarily trust Cal's. I don't think we can take Cal's word for anything these days necessarily. But I heard the X-ray was negative, so hopefully that's good news. But we shall see. Hopefully we'll at least have him for the postseason if he comes back. So. It's National American Citizenship Day. Caden, we're both citizens of America, so we're celebrating today.
Yeah. Go Cats, go America.
And it's International Rescue Cat Day. I think we do need to rescue some cats today. Honestly, I think the cats need some rescuing. It's too bad that wasn't yesterday. That they could have used the help yesterday, I think.
Yeah, we might have won. It seems like it seems like there's National Cat Day and now there's National Rescue Cat Day. There's a lot of cat days, Coleman.
There are a lot of cat days. It's National Egg McMuffin Day. Is that your go-to at McDonald's, or do you like the McGriddles, or like what's your, or are you even a McDonald's breakfast person at all?
I went some when I was down in Houston. I think if I had to pick, I'd get either one of the McGriddles or chicken biscuits are pretty good too.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A's breakfast is good too. I don't know if you've had Chick-fil-A's breakfast.
I have not had Chick-fil-A's breakfast.
At UK, I guess you did.
Well, yeah, the marching band stuff.
Or like Bowman's Den or whatever.
Yeah, Bowman's Den. Yeah. That was pretty much the only option in Bowman's Den. Yeah, we got that. And Whataburger breakfast. I mean, down the honey butter chicken biscuit. You can't go wrong with that down here.
I still haven't had that. You keep on talking about that. I need to try it out.
You need to go to get the honey butter chicken biscuit, a hub chub as they call it. I think that's what the kids call it. That's like the slang, hub chub.
The hub chub.
Hub chub, honey butter chicken biscuit, HBCB. Yeah, so you need to.
That's a new one.
You need to get on the hub chub train. It's National Old Stuff Day. Which we're bringing out some old stuff. Some old Kentucky basketball seemed to rear its ugly head yesterday. So I'll try to not relate all these to Kentucky basketball. It's Texas Independence Day. Caden, last episode, Josh said if he could live anywhere and he had a remote job that he would live in Texas.
Yeah, but then we figured out that's just because of the beer.
Well, I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad reason to move someplace. Speaking of beer, I think we're both drinking a Coors Light right now. Is that correct?
It's not bad. You and
It's,
David were talking it up last episode, so
why are we not why are we not sponsored by Coors Light? I feel like we need to be. I
yeah.
feel
And
like we need.
you even lived in Colorado,
Yeah,
by the
we could get the
Rockies.
whole thing happen. Well, when the mountains turn blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Apparently,
That's what they say.
that's what they say. It's Dr. Seuss's birthday today. I feel like we need a Dr. Seuss Kentucky basketball uh poem or something happening. Maybe we can get
Yeah, we can
Scott
come
on
up
one
with that, and then we can play that Shade and Sharp music while we
while
say
we
it.
read it in the background. Yeah, that would be really good. And finally, last but not least, it's Luke Combs' birthday
There you
today.
go.
And we need Luke Combs to write us a theme song, I think.
I don't know if anyone knows this, but there is a University of Kentucky connection to Luke Combs.
Oh, that's right. Don't
His
you know this guy?
his name's Corey Hunt. Old Jonathan knows him. I kind of know him in passing, but he was a trumpet player at UK, and now he's naturally you go from trumpet to playing for Corey Hunt.
Playing for Luke Combs. Yeah,
Or,
that's what
yeah,
you do
Luke Combs.
with a trumpet degree. Yeah, that's what you got to do. So happy birthday to Luke Combs and happy all of those holidays. Um, well, I had a lot of fun topics written down to talk about today because I thought this was going to be a fun show and continuing the celebration of our Final Four national championship run. Um, but in fact, the first thing I wrote, the first topic that I wrote down was we're ranked again, which we probably won't be after this weekend. Maybe not. Maybe we'll beat Arkansas. Maybe we'll stay in the top 25. Uh, Clyde doesn't want us to dwell on this loss very much. It doesn't look like he says I'm not going to dwell on this loss next game up. Um, Caden, it's pretty. I'm just going to be honest. It's pretty hard to not dwell on losing to Vanderbilt at home on Senior Day.
Yeah, even without Case and Wallace, like I feel like that's everyone's excuse right now, but I feel like we still should have won because they were out. They were playing their third string big man, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like what I was listening to the KSR post game.
When you put it that way, I didn't think of it that way, but yeah, you're right.
You know their rapid reaction thing they do after the
Yeah,
game. I listened to some of that with Drew Franklin, and like, why weren't we just needed to give it to Oscar literally every time? If
yeah,
I
because
was Cal, I'd say if you don't give it to Oscar every time down the court, you're coming out of the game because he would have scored.
yeah. Claude says, "Oh Lord, Shaden Sharp never fails with us." Bringing up Shaden Sharp on the show. Well, I'm about to do you one better. Um, Caden,
I know where you're going with this.
do you know the last time that a team put in a 5 guard lineup that we didn't exploit by giving it down low to Oscar to let him go to work?
I have a pretty good guess.
Well,
Are the initials SP?
initials are SP. St. Peter's in the tournament last year, man. That was the last time we let this happen. So here we are a year later. You're absolutely right. We should have gone down the court. We should have just fed Oscar like every single possession. Just give it to Oscar and let him go to work. But we didn't do that, Caden. We didn't make the adjustment. You unmuted your mic at the beginning of the episode. We didn't make that adjustment.
You got to. I mean,
You have to.
hopefully we do against Arkansas. That's all I can say.
Well, we're not going to dwell on it too much, but like I said, it's hard not to dwell on it. So we want to hear your thoughts on all that. So,
Is
if
Vandy quad 2 or quad 3?
it's Vandy. I don't even. I thought they were in a category of their own.
I mean, they should be, but
yeah. I mean, Vandy is Vandy, Caden. Georgia's Georgia, but Vandy is Vandy. So I thought they were in a category of their own. That's for sure. But all we had to do, Caden, to lock in a 3 seed in the SEC tournament, and to probably lock in a 5 seed in the NCAA tournament was beat Vanderbilt at home. And then that Arkansas game becomes a throwaway game that doesn't even matter. Well, now you're facing being a 4 or even a 5 seed in the SEC tournament, losing your double bye and playing on Thursday night, and then dropping as low as a 8 or 9 seed now in the NCAA tournament. So, Caden, a lot was at stake, and that loss is going to hurt us. Not going to lie.
Yeah, it seems like when we're not hitting threes, everything just slows down to a halt because it's like we start becoming afraid to shoot, and there's no movement on offense, and it just seems like everything is very difficult, and that's whenever losses like this happen. Like, so what now? What do we have to do to be if we beat Arkansas? Are we still a 3 seed, or does something have
If
to happen in other games too? Does
if
Auburn have to beat Ole Miss? I think maybe.
I believe we're locked in as a 3 seed if we beat Arkansas.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big ask. I mean, I would like to think that it would be harder to beat Arkansas on the road than to beat Vanderbilt at home. I mean, going into this week, that's kind of how I was looking at it. Maybe that was not the right way looking at it, you know. But Caden, this is just what's so backwards about this year. I mean, I just don't get this year. You lose to South Carolina at home, you go beat Tennessee on the road. You lose to Georgia, you come back, you blow out Tennessee, you blow out Auburn. It
Destroy
doesn't make
Auburn.
any
Yeah.
sense. And the thing that's even weirder is Vanderbilt lost to LSU. You know, it's one of the worst
Yeah.
teams in the SEC this year.
For sure.
So
Marcia nailed it. They don't penetrate enough. Whenever we're not shooting, we have to. That's our only shot. It
yeah.
seems like the only two that are able to do that are Cason Wallace and Antonio Reeves. And I feel like when Wallace went out, we're not doing that at all.
Angela does make a good point here. She says, hopefully these guys have revenge on the mind. Yeah, I mean, last time we lost to Vandy at the end of the season in the SEC tournament, we went on to win the national championship. So if you're looking for a bright side, I mean, you know, maybe that's your bright side there. David Holmes says there is not enough Coors Light made for me to watch any more of this stuff. Well, we got some Coors Light over here, David. So in honor of David Holmes,
Is he talking about Talking Kentucky, or is he talking about UK basketball?
Hopefully he's talking about UK basketball. I would hope. Hopefully we help and not hurt the situation here.
I think Clyde needs to go talk to the team. He's the most positive one here.
He is.
He needs to shed some of that positivity on us because I don't think we're thinking that way right now.
Yeah, David clarifies there. He said UK basketball, not Talking Kentucky. So, yeah, man. So check out this stat. We were 52. Okay, going in to senior night of 2020. Okay, think back to 2020. Going into senior night of 2020, we were 52-3. I believe the stat is all time on senior night. After last night, we're 1-4.
What do you mean after last night?
So since 2020,
since 2020,
we're 1-4. It's either 1-3 or 1-4, however many years it's been. I guess it's been 4. So I guess it's 1-3, right? So yeah, I think that speaks for itself, right? I mean, that's a pretty bad. Yeah, Claude.
Yeah, there's a lot of records we shouldn't be breaking right now. You know, not the good kind.
And check. We talk about 10-loss seasons a lot. We called Tubby 10-loss Tubby, right? That's why we fired him. The most 10-loss seasons for a Kentucky men's basketball head coach. Adolph Rupp had 2. Eddie Sutton had 2. Billy Gillespie had 2. Joe B. Hall had 4. Tubby Smith had 5. And now with last night, John Calipari has 5 10-loss seasons. And yeah, Caden, those are the kind of stats that we're looking at right now. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's really sad to hear. Marcia says we didn't have the same intensity that we had in the last 2 games. I completely agree, which is surprising because it's senior night, and you feel like we shouldn't have that issue on senior night, right?
You would feel like it. And I think this is so at home this year, we lost to the 6th, 9th, and 13th worst teams in the SEC, all at home. So that was South Carolina, Vanderbilt, and who else? Was it Arkansas? Is that right?
South Carolina, Vanderbilt.
And I think it was Arkansas was the other one. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they haven't had the best conference or the best conference.
I mean, there could be a 5-way tie for third place in the SEC this year. I mean, that's how crazy it is this year. Hey, we got a new commenter in here, Joseph Stacker in the house saying, "Go Big Blue," bringing some positivity. That's much needed. I was trying to find this Corey Price stat. I was thinking because I'm pretty sure that's what it was, 1-3. Yeah, here it is. Kentucky men's basketball and senior day games between 1965 and 2019 was 52-3. UK and senior day games since 2020 is 1-3.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about that after that loss.
Think about that.
In our lifetime, have we, other than the last few years, have we seen a loss on senior night in our lifetime? I don't even with Gillespie, I didn't remember him losing senior night.
I mean, maybe Florida. Maybe when we played Florida one year when they were number one. I think when with Joakim Noah and them were there, I think that could have been it. And hey, Joseph brings up another good point here. Kentucky women's team about to play Bama in the SEC women's tournament on SEC Network. That's right. And that game just tipped off, so maybe we can maybe we'll get a win, on the women's side of things, which the women got a big win against Florida yesterday. And there were some interesting things that went down in that game. That game got pretty heated, so we're going to talk about that down the road here. But man, yeah, I mean, you're telling me in 55 years we lost 3 games on senior day? We lost 3 times on senior day in 55 years, and then we lose 3 times in the last 4 years. I mean, that says it all right there.
It does say it all.
Claude says, "I don't really watch women's basketball." Well, Claude, I mean, you're speaking. You're speaking for a lot. I mean, a lot of us don't, I guess, but you're gonna want to watch these highlights from last night. I mean, there are a couple funny things in there. So, yeah, you're gonna have that. Marcia does watch women's basketball. Marcia's a legendary coach. So, hey, we're getting a call on the Talkin Kentucky phone line. We haven't really, quote unquote, opened the phones yet, but the phones are always open, right, Caden? So you're on with them. You're on with Talkin Kentucky. Who's this?
This is Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
I was actually gonna, start out. Well, first of all, I should ask you: do you have an updated monologue for tonight?
No, I just wrote down some key points, a couple, after the win, but after last night, I can't really say those anymore.
Well, I was going to say, see, Caden, Clyde, I mean, not Clyde, sorry.
Scott. Wait, he wrote a monologue before the game, it was going to be a win? He was that confident?
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like to me. But he wrote one a while back called Dazed and Confused that I was going to read on the show. He forgot to call in and read it. But I thought, well, now we're doing so well, I can't read it. But, after last night's loss, I feel like it's kind of appropriate again.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely dazed and confused again. Well, definitely.
Oh, I am too. Well, what are your key points? Or, I will let you read your own masterpiece of Dazed and Confused if you want, but you don't have to.
It don't matter.
We're all just sad.
Yeah, it's all right, Scott. I completely agree. We don't know what to say. It's just
it's been that kind of season. I mean, I should just get on here and read a script like, well, Caden, we lost again. I'm not sure what to say. Well, on to the next one. I mean, we should just play the same episode every time we lose at this point.
But the funny thing, the story that I was going to tell you about, you were talking about the Turtle Man.
Oh, yeah, the Turtle Man one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Well, actually, my mom went to
He's related?
School. His name is Ernie Brown.
Your mom went to school with Turtle Man?
Yep.
Oh, that's dang.
That's breaking news.
What a connection. Well,
Sure did.
what was it like? What was it like for your mom to go to school? I mean, does she have any insight on I mean, was he always Turtle Man, or what did how did that when did he become Turtle Man?
She said that this was like, I don't know, middle school, elementary school. She said that he was always kind of bullied. He kind of looks weird. He would go around in bell bottoms,
In bell
and she
bottoms.
said that was one of the things that he wore, the jeans,
Yeah.
and he would do like karate moves and like uh, sounds and stuff. That's that's what she said.
In bell bottoms, man. I'm trying to picture him like jumping in a lake hunting turtles with bell bottoms on.
I,
I don't know.
I actually have
He
a
just
picture.
walk around doing karate moves.
You have a
I have a
picture of him?
I have a picture of her and him. Of course, it's a school picture.
Well,
We gotta
that's
see that.
yeah, we got to see that. Man, Caden Scott's always bringing on the good content on the show, writing monologues and
This could
being
be an
relatable
article of
to
its own with a cover
uh,
photo.
knowing Turtle Man. Yeah, that needs to be like the cover photo for for our last episode. I feel like that'd be well. Caden thought that I played a trumpet gig for Turtle Man one time, but turns out that was our friend Connor, I think. So that was not what we did.
Yep.
But well, Scott, do you have any confidence moving forward in the team? What's your status of where you think this team can go?
Well, they're definitely bipolar.
That's for sure.
They can either win the championship or they get blown out in the first round.
Yeah, my point is that means inconsistency. And
Yeah, that's what we
the
call
fact we were playing our
inconsistency.
best, and we won what, 4 straight? Not even 6
Yeah.
yet.
Yep.
That's
I didn't even watch the game yesterday. I was hanging out with one of my high school friends that I hadn't seen in a while. But I was like, they'll probably win this game. I don't have to watch it. And I look on my phone a couple hours later and I see that they lost by 2. And I was like, you got to be kidding me.
It's unbelievable, man. No, it's tough. But well, hopefully we can get a win against Arkansas this weekend, and hopefully you can get back to writing happy monologues instead of sad monologues.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And there was another thing that I wanted to touch on.
Yeah, go for it.
If you've already touched on it, most of the sports world has, but the Alabama, the Brandon Miller thing. Like,
yeah.
Are they tone deaf or something? Like, what is it?
Man, I don't know.
What are they not getting?
Are you talking about just like the pat down thing and everything that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's
what Nate Oates said, like that he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like,
that was a terrible comment. Of course, he apologized for that. But Caden, did you see what Nate Oates said about the pat down, like the excuse for the pat down intro?
They just say it won't happen again, I think.
Well, he said it won't happen again, but he said he thought that what it was like a TSA pre-flight check was what they were doing. Yeah, you got to be a little bit more aware of your of circumstances, and you got to read the room a little bit better than that, Nate. But yeah,
like you guys are old enough, you should know better. Like,
yeah. Well, it's frustrating.
He wasn't charged for it, but someone lost their daughter. Someone lost their a mom. I think 2 children. I mean, just to have some respect.
I agree. I completely agree. Yeah, you've got to just respect the situation better than that. I think a lot of people are kind of upset at them about it. So it's going to make them have much more of a target on their back going into the postseason. I mean, I think.
I know Brandon Miller wasn't charged for it, but one of their basketball players were, and Alabama, it just seemed like they don't care. Like, how could you do such a thing? Like,
even if you're not charged for it, I feel like you should be at the league. Like, you shouldn't have to get charged with a federal or state crime to be suspended. Like, I feel like he still should have gotten suspended. Yeah. The game that he dropped 41 on South Carolina. If it weren't for him, they would have lost to South Carolina that night. So,
like, he still made a grown up decision and action, and something bad happened. Like, and you just get let off the hook for that.
Oh,
I mean, I know I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the law, but come on now.
No, I agree, man. But hopefully we can get back to good times, and hopefully hopefully everything all will be well. Hopefully we can get a win at Arkansas this weekend. So
hopefully Carson's back. I feel like I did see after the game that Carson did get injured, so that I believe that it does have some to do with it. I'm sure if he had been playing, I'm sure it would have been a different story. But still, like you got to win that game.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Against Arkansas, I think we can win.
I think we can too, no doubt, man. He's going to be the key. You got to have him moving forward. So, man, thanks for calling in as always. We appreciate it, and thanks for watching and your support.
No problem.
All right, go Cats, man. Yeah, Scott. I'm looking at Caden. Your name's Caden. I'm reading. Scott sent me this monologue, and I wasn't going to read it on the show because it was back to after we lost to Georgia, I believe it was, and so I didn't really feel like it applied anymore because I thought we had turned a corner. But it's called Dazed and Confused.
Wait, let's get some.
Do we need some background music for this?
Yeah, is it this one? Let me see.
That's it. Yeah, that's a good one. Now, can you hear me? Okay.
Let me turn it down just a little bit.
You got to turn down just a little bit. Okay, is that good?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay. Called Dazed and Confused. Not only am I dazed and confused for so long it's not true, but the Kentucky Wildcats are too. But the I already read that. What in God's name happened? Yeah, I'm taking the Lord's name in vain. It's now doomsday. Do this team or do or die. Hell, we're closing to the end. Then when the Bay of Pigs happened, history buffs, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know what he's talking about.
We're not history buffs.
Yeah, we're not history buffs. Once again, this team is playing with no purpose, no fight, no fire. This team's fight died in the second half of the Kansas game. People said, well, Kansas lost to us last year by 30 points on their home court, and they won the championship. I don't give a flying blank. This is Kentucky, the gold standard of basketball. Teams used to fear us. Colleges wanted to be us. Somebody's got to do something. And quit running floppy action every time and draw up some plays. And that is Scott's monologue. I feel like most of that applies from last night.
Really went out with a bang there. I love the ending of that. This is Kentucky. We is Kentucky.
It was in all caps too, so it was really out there. But okay, well, we've done enough moping about Kentucky basketball at the beginning of this episode, and I think it's time to let somebody else sort of do their speaking their piece as he did last night. Caden, have you seen Bruce Pearl's post-game interview after the Alabama game?
I saw the one after Kentucky, but I didn't see the Alabama one.
Okay, you saw the one after Kentucky, and of course, we've all seen this one here, right?
With the exception of Kentucky, I've said that there's not a team on our schedule we can't beat.
Let me translate. I want to be the coach at Kentucky, so we can't beat them.
I think that's actually what it means. But nevertheless, Auburn should have won that game. I didn't watch the whole game, but Auburn should have won that game. I think they were up by 17 at one point, and I think they kind of got hosed by the refs. It sounds like, and Caden,
you know how that feels.
Oh yeah, as Kentucky fans, yeah, we know how that feels. So the Bruce Pearl wasn't having it, Caden. I mean, he started.
His face was red.
It was. He started out his post-game interview with the Auburn radio network saying that he's just really tired of his players getting hosed by the refs and specifically getting smashed. He used the word he's tired of their players getting smashed underneath the basket. And he said it very enthusiastically. So now you can't see Bruce in this video. It's kind of audio only, but I promise you'll hear the audio. So let's go for it here.
90 to 85, our exclusive post-game interview with Bruce Pearl is presented by Full Moon Barbecue, best little pork house in Alabama. Find your nearest location or view their catering menu at fullmoonbbq.com. I know there's no moral victories.
No.
But your ball club played its heart out tonight, Bruce.
Yep, we played well. We played hard. We should have won the game. Very, very disappointing. Obviously they made some plays. We had a hard time staying in front of them at the end of the day. I'm just sick and tired of our guys getting smashed down there. Smashed!
Sick and tired of his guys getting smashed down there.
Yeah.
That's
got to be how Oscar feels.
I think so. Yeah. I think Bruce Pearl was saying what all of us think as Kentucky fans every game underneath the basket. So I thought that was good. And he also he threw his headset down at the end of the interview, saying that the officiating was a joke. So this is another little Bruce Pearl sound bite I wanted to play here.
Cardwell's hurt. He's probably not going to play against Tennessee because of his injury. We need his physicality. He got fouled down there at the at the end of the game. So,
Coach, just talk about what Saturday represents now.
we'll get ready to play Tennessee. We were incredibly outmanned at the end. Had 4 guys on the bench in foul trouble. Joke!
Auburn head coach Bruce Pearl joining us tonight.
What do you say?
Joke. It says joke.
Joke.
Yeah.
They're going to beat Tennessee. After hearing that, they're going to beat Tennessee, especially Tennessee without Ziegler.
I hope they will. But you can never get enough Bruce Pearl. I mean, I've kind of liked Bruce Pearl. I mean, I get a lot of crap for this, but I feel like over the years, I've started to like Bruce Pearl and his enthusiasm.
Yeah, and he did all that without saying one word of profanity too.
Well, I think it kind of reminds me of speaking of profanity, that Bobby Knight clip where he's just doing
I was thinking the same thing.
Post-game interview in the locker room. It's just like, I'm just really sick and tired of them. And then he just kicks the trash can and effing. So he went from 0 to 60. I want to listen to the smash one more time. He went from 0 to 60 in no time, man. At the end, I'm just really tired of our guys getting smashed. I mean, it was awesome.
90 to 85, our exclusive post-game interview with Bruce Pearl is presented by Full Moon Barbecue, best little pork house in Alabama. Find your nearest location or view their catering menu at fullmoonbbq.com. I know there's no moral victories.
No.
But your ball club played its heart out tonight, Bruce.
Yep, we played well. We played hard. We should have won the game. Very, very disappointing. Obviously they made some plays. We had a hard time staying in front of them at the end of the day. I'm just sick and tired of our guys getting smashed down there. Smashed!
Out of nowhere, man.
Hearing him say that, and all we got is this close-up of this dude's crotch.
Yeah, well, we know how it feels. That's for sure. Okay, on a similar token, but not quite as intense, we had a little brawl, Caden, in the second quarter of the Kentucky-Florida game last night. Now, Kentucky went on to win the game, but 8 players were ejected in the second quarter of the Kentucky-Florida game for this little kerfuffle here at the beginning of the game.
All the way.
Walker almost did the split on the end of that, didn't she?
Players are running. Weish went running off to Petty, and now players need to be separated.
Yes. Yeah, we don't need that.
They're still trying to separate players. The Weish sisters, Leah and Tati. That's Tati.
Yeah, I don't really know how that really warranted 8 people being ejected. And Claude, that's honestly my takeaway from all this is that she did throw horribly. I mean, if you're gonna throw the ball, in fact, Ryan Howard tweeted afterward. She said, "If you're gonna throw the ball at somebody, you at least got to hit them."
Yeah,
So-
she threw the ball, and then she was also the one that went and chased her. So that's what confused me.
Smash.
Very one-sided there.
David Holmes still on the Bruce Pearl stuff. He's over here saying smash. But yeah, I don't really know. I don't even think 8 players were involved in that, so I don't even really know how 8 players got
I don't
ejected.
even see what happened. I don't know what she did to make her heated like that.
I don't either. I mean,
like someone tripped. That's about all I saw.
If you go back and look,
Walker almost did the split on the end of that, didn't she?
Completely missed.
yeah, she did. But I think she kind of like put her hand in her face or something. If you go back and look,
all the way.
Walker almost did the split.
Put the ball in her face, but then she threw the ball, then completely missed, and then it just all got into kind of a slap.
Yeah, I would have gave up after I completely missed her there. I mean, you look bad at that point.
Yeah. Well, David Holmes says I'm going to start watching women's basketball. get some Coors Light and yeah, go for it.
Marcia makes a point. That schoolyard ball playing, that's what we need.
That's what Katie.
It kind of brings you back to the John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins days.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is what we need, Marcia.
I agree. We need the street ball of John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins. I think we do. And Clyde is on the phone with us. Clyde, what's up, man? How are you doing after the loss? I know you're probably the most positive out of any of us.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I know you guys are upset, and I was for a brief.
Yeah, we are.
But then when I watched the wrap up, saw the seniors out there talking to Jack Goose Givens and Tom Leach and them talking, I was like, you know what? It's really about the seniors. It's more than just a game. It's really about what they've done here. And
I'll say that, the crowd stayed afterwards and applauded the seniors and was very classy, looked like. So, I mean, that takes a lot of, sort of class and positive energy from the fan base to do that.
But Clyde, we're not bashing the seniors or the players in any of this. That's not our problem.
I know.
We're happy about what the players like. We like the players.
Oh, I know. Trust me. I heard everything you all said. Believe me. I'm just telling you why I'm not upset. I was just telling you why I'm not. I understand why other people are. I'm just telling you why I'm not.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm not saying anybody said anything. I'm not saying anything about that at all.
Yeah.
But I was upset for me. But then when I saw them out there talking and them smiling, I'm like, you know what? Ain't no point in getting upset over this loss. Yeah, they lost on senior night. They wish they could have got one more at home. But you know what? Some of them took the blame, especially Jacob Toppin, when he was talking to the media after the game. He said this loss is on him. He said, Cal, he kind of got a little attitude, Cal, in the first half. And, he took the blame on himself, which I hate it when players do that but, if you're going to be a leader like he is, he's a senior, I guess you do have to take some leadership in a way because
it's respectable that he says that.
This team, you are a senior. You've been playing college basketball for 4 years. Possibly a 5, but I doubt. I honestly doubt if he comes back. I have really no hope. But also back in 2015, I had no hope with the Twins or any of them coming back, and they shocked the world and they all came back. So anything is possible.
Yeah.
But when Casey went down, I was like, all right, well there we go. Here's and I was worried about him, because we didn't know what was going on, and we didn't know if he was done for the season or, because that loss happened the night after Sakai Siegler tore his ACL.
That's right. So many big players have gotten hurt. I mean, Vanderbilt's, big man got hurt last night. Ziegler, Castleton, and then now Kaysen. Hopefully Kaysen is okay. But, yeah, it seems like everybody's star players are getting hurt, man.
Yeah, and but, with a grain of salt, with what Cal said, he said he was okay. And, Oscar even said he was okay because Oscar spoke to Kaysen after the game. Oscar said he's good and stuff, but Oscar can't give out too much information out of respect for Kaysen Wallace,
right?
Which is understandable because, if I'm teammates with somebody and they didn't want me giving out too much information, I wouldn't do it because, that's my brother, that he's my teammate.
Of course, yeah.
And, Kaysen, hopefully, we'll get some answers tomorrow. I'm sure we will, because they're going to, do a press conference. They always do before the day of the game, the day before the game, Saturday, which we might get some answers tomorrow. And who knows who's doing the press conference? It might be a player, it might be a coach. Who knows?
Yeah.
Cal never does them anymore like he used to. He just,
I know, yeah.
He's like, hey, Oscar, you go out and do it, or Jacob, you go out, or Orlando or Bruiser, y'all go out.
Yeah, Bruiser.
Like
Bruiser will do it.
I've heard Matt Jones and KSR talk about that all the time, and
yeah,
I 100% agree with what they be saying about that stuff. But
well, man, thanks for you always keep us positive, so that's good. We need the positive energy, and I'm still positive too. It's just kind of funny to when you lose to Vanderbilt, you kind of got to laugh about it and move on, sort of.
Vanderbilt always does this to us.
Yeah,
you notice
Vanderbilt
that
plays us well in every sport. I feel like in everything.
And playing Vanderbilt, you expect them to play us tough, anyways. It's just the way it is. And they're hot right now. So them coming in and beating us.
They are hot right now.
It's just usually at their court, not ours.
Tournament, but I'm telling you right now, they're going to be dangerous in the SEC tournament. I don't care who
they will
play
be.
against. They're going to make shots. They're going to be. They're going to have you on the edge of your seat if you're any team going up against them right now in the SEC tournament. I guarantee it.
Well, Clyde,
do not sleep on Vanderbilt because they are hot right now.
Yeah,
if they continue to win, it might end up in a quad one, win when we play them at Vandy. Who knows?
That's not a bad point. I mean, that could be right. Now, staying with your positivity, give us a final score prediction for Kentucky, Arkansas.
Yeah, good thing you said because I was actually getting ready to get that. I have faith that we'll win. I mean, yeah, we lost, but now we can refocus, regroup.
Mm-hmm.
I got us winning. I'm gonna say 78-70. It's gonna be a close one. Arkansas is gonna keep it close anyways, as physical as they are. But I think we'll win 78-70. I'm not, So we'll
78-70.
21-10.
All right, man. Sounds good. Hopefully we pull that out. You're right about the Auburn game. We did break 80. So I mean, let's speak this Saturday game into existence too. But man, thanks for calling in as always.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Caden, Claude was right about that score. I mean, he did speak it into existence with breaking 80 that game. We didn't think that was going to happen.
I mean, no, but for good reason, because we haven't been putting up numbers like that
for good reason, because we've been sucking. Yeah,
that's not what I said. It's just not. That's what unless we're knocking down threes, which we rarely do, we don't put up those numbers. But that game we did. So,
well, now that we've gotten 2 calls, I guess we should open up the Talkin Kentucky phone line so you can give us a shout 502-234-1504, and we are getting another call. I think it's Marsha, if I'm recognizing these numbers correctly. Hey, Marsha, how's it going?
Hey, great. How you guys doing tonight?
Oh, we're all right. We're just trying to stay positive.
Trying to forget.
Up and down season here,
It's time to move forward now. We talked about we gotta stay intensified in the game. No offense, we play too soft.
Yep.
Honestly, I think that's what makes us an average team. I didn't think Vandy was all that good. we're a soft team. We'll worry about getting in foul trouble, so we back off and let people penetrate us. And we've got to move away from that. And that's going to be up to the coach to motivate and get going here for the Arkansas game. If we're going to give a run, we're going to throw the kitchen sink. And that means the bench, too.
Yeah.
It's going to take everything. And, Kaysen, I think we're wearing him out totally. It's too bad Wheeler is not back, because I think Caden will agree with me. I like Wheeler because he'll press somebody up the court and get a 10-second call on him. He's quick. And I think we missed some of that. Really as anybody else, Fierro is a little awkward for a point guard. He's okay, but he's just awkward. I don't know if y'all see that. Doesn't even look like a point guard to me. But
well, Caden and I were talking about last night about how our ball handling in general just doesn't look natural.
Right.
Like it looks very forced this year.
Thank you. Absolutely. I see it. It's awkward. And Oscar putting the ball down on the floor too many times too. And I'm like, dude, quit that. They're going to grab it from you.
I think we pick it up too many times. I think we.
And that's what's wrong. Livingston will do that sometimes. But, I'll give him a pass. He's a freshman, but he's good. We're just too soft anymore. I mean, you get the ball and grab it.
Well,
or are we going to.
What was that, Caden? You said Caden thinks that we pick it up too much. Isn't that right, Caden?
Yeah, I think we're dribble. We dribble and we pick it up way too soon, and then we just get smothered. And get out of it.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
I'm not a Division I basketball player. I'm just saying. I'm sure I wouldn't be able to do it either, but saying what I
and
noticed.
Talkin is blaming himself, but what for? I'm like, look, if you need to go out there and see what you got to do, and you feel it, then do it. You are the leader of the team right now. I wouldn't be blamed. He should not blame himself. That's what tells me how soft we are. I'm like, I'd be saying, what are you blaming yourself for? You feel it, you got to go.
Well, we can shoot though. Like when we're having a good shooting day, we blow people out of the gym like we did Auburn. Yeah. So it's just
that's it.
I don't know what to expect from game to game now. I mean, it's hard to know to even predict
it's their
anything.
Personalities. It's definitely their personalities. If you play like three guards, it does slow the game down a little bit. We're not hitting. We're hurting. And they're not getting the ball down to Oscar or any of them enough. But you've got to get out and go, guys. I mean, period. Right out of the gate. And I don't think I've seen that all year. Maybe one game I was excited.
You got to be happy with Livingston, though. I mean, Livingston's playing way better.
Yeah. I mean, it's in them, but coach is going to have to get it out of them because I don't think I could sit there and coach them and watch that softness. I'd already be up and say, call timeouts. That's it. Do you want to win or you want to lose? Are you worried about fouling? What is it? What is it? You're going to let the guy take the ball away from you and you just look at him, and they're already down the court on us.
That's right.
You've got to get more aggressive.
That's you got to be the aggressor. Got to have that will to win. Yeah. But
that intensity.
Well,
that we lack, that intensity we truly lack. And if we would bring that up a couple notches against Arkansas, we would be okay.
And maybe we will be. Only time will tell. I'm kind of done predicting. I don't even know what to predict anymore. I just kind of wait and see. Yeah.
No predicting. I mean, I'm for them. I think it's in them. It's, like I said, it's up to, you got, 5 coaches sitting there. And if you can't get nothing out of them than that, you're going to get what you get.
Yeah.
Don't come back apologizing. Well, I should have done this. I was selfish. What? Selfish? I hope you are selfish, because sometimes you got to be.
Right.
You start out and you start playing, and so you start shooting and you start making mistakes. And for some reason, it's like all mentally in their head that I'm not playing selfish. I'm not doing this. I should be, they got to quit thinking like that. They shouldn't even be thinking. They should be playing ball. Period.
Don't think, just play. That's Caden's method. That's for sure.
That's the whole key to success for them. And they can't seem to get that through their heads and get it out of them. Yeah. And maybe that's a reason where coach is having a hard time and people are on him. It's mentally for them.
Yep.
Their personalities are all different. Yeah. I hope they win. I do. I think they can. I think we should have won against Vandy by all means. I didn't think Vandy was anybody really.
Yeah.
And we came back and like I said, that soft playing ball is not going to win you nothing. And
no,
like,
gotta be the aggressor. No, that's right. It's March.
I said earlier, I said, let Toppin bring the ball down before he even let Toppin bring the ball down because we didn't have no point guard. I'm like, oh, Lord, might as well let Toppin because good ball handler, he's okay. But sometimes you got to do you got to do unorthodox things sometimes as a coach. You got to do something that's unthinkable, even though it might help and it might not.
That's true.
But you got to be creative. You've got to be creative in your thought of play with them. And it's almost like a timeout individually sometimes. If a player isn't playing well for coach, instead of screaming and hollering at him, call a timeout, but put him back in. Don't sit him out.
Yep. Yeah.
Tell him what you need out of him. This is what I mean. This is what you're not doing.
Yep.
Okay. And I think it would go smoother, but I don't think we're going to see any more than what we've been seeing, in all honesty. As much as I love the Cats and I hate it, it's kind of like my brother would say, and he lived in Texas. He's gone now, and he'd always say, "I'm done." I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe we'll see it, but I hope we do. Well, Marsha, thanks for calling in and watching. As always, we appreciate it. As always,
you're welcome. And you guys have a great evening. Okay.
You too. Go Cats. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
And go Boilermakers, as we should say to Marsha. But
he's still number one. No, I think Houston's number one.
I think Houston's number one. But Caden, who's the luckiest team on this planet? It's Kansas.
Oh, they're always top 5. Games. They can lose 15 games in a season. And
Did you see the Texas Tech game the other night that they played?
No, but I can imagine it's probably the usual. They're down 20 and then winning because the refs give it to them.
It was. Yeah, Texas Tech screwed the pooch, man. I mean, that's what happened, as always. Yeah, man. Did you know that Kentucky is 14-0 this year when leading at halftime? Problem is we don't lead at halftime very much, but when we do lead at halftime, we're 14-0.
Have we won when we're down at the half?
That's a good question, and it sure doesn't feel like it, does it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no there. Probably so. But Caden, do you want to drop your breaking news for next week?
What's my breaking news for next week?
You don't know that you have breaking news next week? Okay. I was trying to figure out how to hint at it without giving it away.
We need Cody to call in, and he can drop the breaking news. It's his idea.
If people probably going to think it's about Shaden Sharp.
Can we call him on the Talkin Kentucky phone line?
I mean, is
that legal?
I don't see why not. I don't see why it's not legal. I don't have his number, but if you gave me his number, I could call him. But yeah, are you gonna put it in the chat? This is gonna be hilarious. Have we ever called somebody on the Talking Kentucky phone line? I think
I called Clyde one time because he called like 4 times and it wasn't coming through the time you were off. But yeah, right. I'll put his number in the private chat, not the public chat.
Hey, Claude's birthday's coming up this Wednesday. Happy birthday to Claude.
Happy birthday, Claude.
Yeah, there you go. Hopefully we can get a win. Hopefully we don't play on Wednesday, first of all. If we play on Thursday or Friday, preferably Friday. So
yeah, hopefully we play whenever this breaking news happens. Okay. Whenever we go down there.
Hey, what are the odds that Cody answers this?
Well, he probably doesn't know that number, so I don't know.
How does he not know this number?
He might have it memorized. I know we pretty much do. So
he hears it on the show all the time. 502-234-1504. We want to hear from you. That's the number. So I mean, I'm going to give this a chance. I'm going to give it a try. So we'll see.
Hopefully I put the right number in there.
Hopefully we don't just have some random guy answer. that would be weird. So,
Oh,
Hello.
hey, you're on with Talking Kentucky, Cody Peeler. Caden gave me your number and told me to call you.
I didn't. Don't worry, I didn't put it in the public chat. I put it in the private chat.
Yeah, he put it in the private chat. Now, I'm just surprised that you answered. But I was the reason we called is I asked Caden if he wanted to.
Wait, Coleman. We need his Shaden Sharp update.
Oh yeah, do you have any Shaden Sharp updates? First of all,
Oh, dude, I'm a little bit late on that.
Well, he just dunked on somebody yesterday. I know that.
Was it in the warm-up line?
I was gonna comment just a few minutes, but yeah, I'm totally. You guys have put me on the spot. I'm totally not ready.
Well, that's
but
okay.
Actually, the reason why I answer is because, believe it or not, I have Talkin Kentucky. Like, I have the number saved on my phone, and it says.
Oh, there you go, Caden. We're moving up in the world. Yeah, I was surprised he just picked up.
I got tired of like looking up the number when I wanted to call, so I just saved it to my phone.
Oh, well, that makes sense. And Scott Sally says I sent you the picture of Turtle Man, so we might have to make that appearance on the show before we get out of here too. There's all kinds of things going on. Claude Harris says Shaden Sharp dunked on Draymond Green. Now that I can get behind. Does that make it okay if he dunked on Draymond Green? Do we like a Shaden Sharp dunk on Draymond Green?
No.
Oh, you think about the
kid. Cody said he's gonna be. He infamously says he's gonna be bitter to the very end, right, Cody?
Well,
I'll tell you what, though. There's no possible way that he could have helped us this year.
That's true. That's true.
He just wasn't. Cody. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for college basketball.
He wasn't ready. He was not ready. But yeah, we actually don't have a point guard right now, so that's cool.
Marsha said we should use Jacob Toppin.
Oh,
Studio, Caden. I'm back on. Are you on? Can you hear me, Caden?
Yeah, I'm here. I didn't know what happened.
Yeah, I got kicked out of the studio for some reason, but I'm back now. It's fine. We're all good. But anyway, Cody, the reason that we called, besides the Shaden Sharp stats, was I asked Caden if he wanted to drop his breaking news for next week, and he said you should probably call Cody and let him drop the breaking news for next week. So, assuming you know what I'm talking about, I thought I'd let you have the floor there.
Oh, well, Caden and I think we're going to head up to Nashville and check out the SEC tournament scenery and see what we can get into.
Well, there we go. That's going to be awesome. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be prepping for a doctoral chamber recital at LSU, which is quite the opposite of that. But
I think you should choose Nashville instead.
Well, I mean, maybe I will. Maybe I can just play my rep for the people in the bars in Nashville. Maybe that'd be just good a prep. But I feel like you guys have got to do something. Like you got to interview some random like Vandy fans or something. They're like you got to do something Talking Kentucky while you're there.
I'm sure there's something we can get into that won't get us into too much trouble.
You got to go see Matt Jones, KSR. They could,
we need to go over there and tell him we're coming for his job.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah, I got a KS bar. But yeah, you need to.
I was just saying, talking Kentucky.
Yeah, no, you should. Yeah, you need to be signing autographs and stuff. Like, you need to have like
signing autographs.
Yeah, you should. You should go to like a certain bar, and you should have an allotted time slot. Charge a cover. Sign Talking Kentucky autographs. I think that would be the only way to go about this. But
we can sell our mugs and our hats and everything.
That's right. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, you guys got merch yet?
We do have merch. And Josh Hart isn't on the show right now, but I should say I got an email today, Caden, that Josh Hart's mug has been shipped and is on.
What about ours?
I don't know, because I've asked about getting a demo of our merch, and we haven't gotten our demo yet, but I have gotten confirmation that our one Patreon supporter so far has gotten his mug shipped to him. So
That's
there's
breaking
that. So
news.
that is breaking news. So Josh should enjoy that mug, and if you want a mug, you should subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah.
But
Coleman and I can't tell you what it's like because we don't have one. But
yeah, we don't have one yet.
If you want that, then you should subscribe.
We need koozies. That's what we really need. But well, Cody, if you don't have any Shade and Sharp stats, I think we'll let you go and let you get back to it. And if you think of any, then shoot them our way.
All right, guys. Thanks for giving me a call. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Anytime. Yeah, of course. You're the first person we've called on Talking Kentucky. So
second.
All right.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Oh, second. That's right. All right. You too. Yeah. How about that, Caden? He has the number saved in his phone.
Yeah, that's commitment right there.
It is
Coleman. I still cannot believe Scott Sally says I seen the picture of Turtle Man. I did not think after that episode we were going to have someone call in and say, "Yeah, my mom went to school with him."
Yeah, I didn't either. I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't think that you were going to say that I played a Broke Trumpet gig for him.
Because you did not.
Yeah, because I did.
That's probably the reason why you didn't expect that.
That's right. So okay, I've got this picture of Turtle Man, and I'm gonna try to. I don't know if I can pull it up on the. I don't know how easily I can get this pulled up on the show, but we'll see. Maybe I can get it. Maybe I can get it happening here. So, we'll see if we can get that pulled up by the end of the show. But
Angela Yeager says, if Kaysen can't go, who's our best option at point guard? I'm going to say either Antonio Reeves or CJ Frederick. What do you think, Coleman?
If Kaysen can't go, I mean, since we don't have Severe, yeah,
I don't think CJ's that bad. He can't. I mean, he's not the most athletic player, but he does make pretty solid decisions for the most part.
I would probably have to lean CJ Frederick. I know they don't want to because of his lingering injury, I think was the reason, but I would probably have to lean CJ Frederick because we need to make shots for Reeves. We need to create open shots for him. Yeah. And if he's trying to do everything, running point and everything, I think that takes away that threat. To be honest,
at this point, they might have to trade off minutes at point since Wheeler's still out. So.
Well, hopefully he's back. I mean, it's just so frustrating, man, because all you had to do was beat frickin' Vanderbilt at home. Just beat Vandy. It's all you got to do to get a 3 seed in the SEC tournament. And then the Arkansas game doesn't even matter because we lost.
If South Carolina's the doormat, Vandy's like the first, the other doormat. Like
the SEC
the one on the
doormat, South Carolina. One fan held.
Exactly.
It's the one on the inside.
The one on the inside. So step on South Carolina first, then Vandy's the one on the other side of the door.
Vandy's the one to finish it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're both doormats.
They're both doormats. And
we lost to both of them.
Different levels of doormats there. Okay. That kind of makes sense. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Caden, I saw a sign the other day. I wanted to get your opinion on this. I saw a sign the other day that said it was a pizza place, and it said now hiring. I'm not making this up. This is what it said. Now hiring not stupid people. What do you think the criteria for not stupid people is?
That's a good question. Probably. This reminds me, Coleman, of the Dave Ramsey, one of the Dave Ramsey rants. Didn't he say that if you show up to work on time, do your job, and get along with people, you'll be promoted within like a month?
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Yeah,
that probably falls in line with what they're talking about. Just do your job.
I would think so. Yeah,
do your job and follow the rules.
Yeah, play a zone when you need to. Would probably fall under not stupid people.
Stay in front of your man.
Yeah, stay in front of your man. Don't shoot long twos, which we shoot long twos more than anybody in the country. which
I
doesn't
do
make
to
sense.
say, Toppin and Oscar have been hitting, other than last night, they're long twos.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Other than last night, wouldn't it make more sense to shoot threes, and then if you shoot the same percentage or less from three, you score more points than if you shoot it 2 feet inside the arc? I mean, am I
Yeah,
stupid? Would that not make?
but 2 sets back for our players, it's for some reason it makes a big difference in their minds, I guess.
Well, that's just it. It's all mental, isn't
It
it?
is all mental. They're all
Yeah.
incredible basketball players. It's all mental.
Yeah, that's true. Don't commit silly fouls. Claude says that would include not being stupid there. So, well,
Angela, if
Caden,
half our shots had fallen, we would have won by like 40. You're right.
we shot 15%, I think, last night from three. So that's not good, Caden.
No, that's not what we're going for.
That's SEC doormat level. That's not necessarily good. That isn't what we're going for. Well, Caden,
What's the chances we'll play Vanderbilt in the tournament?
I'd say they're pretty high now. Well, the thing is now, Caden, is apparently now we're going to have to probably play Tennessee in our first game in the SEC tournament, which is not ideal.
That makes me nervous.
That does make me nervous. I feel like we're probably not going to win that game. But I mean, it's not set in stone yet. But with that loss to Vanderbilt, I mean, it could be a thing.
I don't want us to keep on sounding like Eeyore on this show, but
well, how do you don't lose to Vanderbilt?
Beating Tennessee 3 times in 1 year sounds kind of difficult.
Yeah, we're
for any team.
We're not trying to be difficult. We're just being realistic, Caden. That's all we're being. Isn't that right? Well, Caden, you thought about we haven't done like a top 10 or like a Talkin 10 on here in a while. So we talked about what are the 10 worst losses in the history of Kentucky basketball. So let's start at the top. What's the worst loss in Kentucky basketball history? Well, in your opinion? That's just my opinion. But
well, I know when Kentucky basketball was probably like at its lowest, you're going to get a kick out of this. I think I'm going to have to go Robert Morris.
Robert Morris?
Yeah, I mean, it's just Robert, but it's Robert Morris, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. It is just Robert, but you got the Robert Morris. I think is that Josh calling in right now? Do you have your thing pulled up?
Yep, Josh calling.
Okay, cool. Let's accept this then. Hey, is this Josh?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yep, that's me.
What's going on, man? For some reason, Google's flagging you as spam, but we know you're not spam. You're one of our supporters, so.
Yeah, and got your mug now.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you hear us talk about your mug?
Oh no.
No, I literally just got an email today saying that your mug has been shipped.
Oh, that's awesome! I can't wait to get it. I'm in Florida still, getting ready to go to Texas in the morning. Got a 16.5-hour trip tomorrow, but I'm not going to do it all in one day. I'm going to stay, probably stop in Lake Charles or something for the night tomorrow night when I travel.
I mean, that's that we don't even have our mugs yet. So like you're going to be the first person to get it. So that's exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. Sorry I missed the show. I've been asleep and I got up and seen that you guys were on, so I thought I'd call real quick.
Oh yeah, no worries, man. Well, what are your frustrations and hopes and dreams for the future after last night?
I just don't get it. How do we continuously lose at home in Rupp Arena? I mean, it used to be nobody would come in there and beat us at Rupp Arena, and I just shake my head at the lack of effort last night. I for some reason I knew. I was sitting there watching the game, and I was like, even when we were tied, I knew we were going to lose somehow. We were going to find a way to lose last night, and we did. We found a way to lose.
Yeah. I felt like we were gonna come back honestly at halftime, but then
I
that's
knew
not what
Vandy
happened.
was going to hit that buzzer beater too.
Oh well, that's what. Did you all know that dude, the man bun dude, that was his first three that he's ever hit in his career? Did you know that? That makes that
Oh,
much
you mean
more
at the
explosive.
half? At the half, his shot.
Yeah, at the half. Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about
I was
yeah,
talking about the
that
end of the
one.
game, but that too, that was
Well, I
frustrating.
forgot there were two. Yeah, that makes it
Dude
even
looked
more.
like he has shot a million of those.
Yeah. Well, nevertheless.
I seen something today, and I saved it so I could talk to it about tonight. And it was they said it was I can't remember what website I saw it on. It was a Kentucky fan base website, and then it says a historic senior night loss. Kentucky's loss in the final home game of the season marked a not so great historical feat. The Wildcats are now 1-3 on senior night since 2020.
Yep.
After suffering 3 total losses for the celebrated event between 1965 and 2019, with a record of 52-3 in that 55-year stretch.
Yeah, we actually read that stat at the beginning of like yeah, there was that 55 years where we only lost 3 times, and then in the past 4 years we've lost 3 times on senior night. That tells it all. I mean, you can't even put words to that.
I mean, if any game you get up for, it's for senior
It's senior night,
and
yeah.
that's the thing. This is another thing that really bothers me, because I've read so many comments like, "Oh, it's senior night! I can't wait! So happy for our seniors." What seniors?
Yeah,
we really don't have a senior. I mean, Frederick's a junior, I think. Maybe he might be a senior. I don't know. But
no, he says that we have 6 seniors. We have, I mean, but they could all come back next year. It's CJ. Well, who is it, Caden? CJ, Oscar, Reeves, Brendan Canada, Wheeler, and somebody else. Toppin.
Yeah.
I think. But Reeves is just a junior, right?
I think.
Or sophomore.
Reeves.
I'm not sure what he is.
Reeves is a senior, I'm pretty sure, but he could come back.
So they'll do 2 senior nights?
Well, if he comes back,
works?
Not sure if he'll come back or not. I'm pretty sure Reeves will come back. But yeah, he would do 2.
But this is the thing. I mean, I think Toppin's coming back, and I think even Oscar's coming back. I mean, there was an interview together, and Jacob said something along the lines of, "Whatever Oscar wants to do, that's what I'm going to do."
Yeah.
So Oscar might come back.
I mean, go ahead, Caden.
That's what they said. Didn't you see that, Caden? Oscar said, "You gonna come back?" And Jacob said, "I'll come back if you come back." And I think it was mainly just cute. I don't think that that's actually going to happen, but they did say that they did put that possibility out there.
If I was Oscar and I had that opportunity, of course I'd come back.
Yeah,
he's already making no telling how much money being there. I mean, he's not a first round draft pick right now, right? So
yeah.
I mean, if Oscar's draft stock went way down this year because he's underperformed this year as compared to last year. Now he did he had 21 and 20 in the game. And not discount the guy's effort there because he tried, but he's the only one that has a real chance of doing anything in the NBA right now. But and he probably would go. He might not even go to the NBA. He might go to the D League and get more development. So I hate to say this, but if you're going to get to go to the D League, you might as well just stay in college and have some more fun.
Well, and NIL too.
He's going to break every record imaginable.
Yeah, he's killing NIL. He's already the most beloved player here and ever. So
why leave? I mean,
that's a valid opinion. I mean, I've really thought about that. That's a valid opinion. I mean, if he's not going to be a first round pick, if he's just going to be in the G League, then yeah, just come back to your old Kentucky home, Oscar. We'll see.
And hopefully he does. I mean, because I think
that if things doesn't pan out like it's not going to,
Yeah.
he's going to be like, he might just come back more determined and work harder to make sure that he can achieve what he wants to achieve. And I think he really loves the University of Kentucky. And Jacob's playing better. We just, and somebody I was watching the Loyal BBN show last night. He made some good comments and points on his show. If we would have had Wheeler last night, we might have won. But
yeah,
we didn't have Wheeler last night because he's hurt, and it's a possibility Wheeler could have came in and given us that spark we needed last night. But like I said, it's heartbreaking when you lose the bottom feeders.
it is. It's completely deflating. I mean, Caden told me at halftime, like, man, if we lose to Vandy, it's going to be so deflating, and it was. So,
okay, how do you go from stomping Auburn's guts out by basically 40? Because we put our bench in with 2.5 minutes to go, and they went on an 8-0 run. We only won by 32. So basically, we beat them by 40. And then you turn around and lose to a 16 and 14 team to Vanderbilt.
And on senior night.
Well, also, Vandy has literally no room for error from here on out because they've lost 13. So they're probably pretty motivated. They have to win out.
Yeah, they do.
I get it, but we should be playing motivated too.
This is Kentucky. We should be.
Went to his team, and if he really is truly the leader he wants to be, he should have said, "All right, enough. Let's get it going. Let's get it done," because we cannot lose to this team.
Yep. Well, man,
and we don't have. And I kind of feel like we don't have that this year now for some reason.
Yeah.
I thought after they beat Auburn like they did, I was like, "Bro, all right, we're finally rolling. We're going to get some traction."
I thought there was no turning back. Yeah.
The media's talking good about us. Joe Lenardi loves us again. We're ranked now. Guess what? Now we won't be ranked.
Yeah.
Every time we get in the ranking, we lose a game, and we went
from
a possible 6 seed in the tournament to who knows where we're going to be. We could be back to a 10 if we could be passed out the first round of the SEC tournament.
We could
back
be
to an 8 or 9 now.
Yeah, I'd probably say probably an 8 or 9 is where we are right now. But whatever it is, it's going to be 2 or 3 seeds lower than it would have been if we beat Vanderbilt. So.
It's just heartbreaking. I don't see us beating Arkansas. I hope I'm wrong. I really want to be wrong.
Yeah.
But we don't. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You don't know what team's going to show up.
Oh, I completely agree. But in the meantime, maybe the Talkin Kentucky mug will be good luck, and maybe we'll go undefeated for the rest of the year with the mug.
Well, it'll be sitting in my old Kentucky home in Johnson County and outside Painesville. So
well, sweet.
See it until I get to go home.
Well, man, you'll have to send us a picture of it when you when you get it because we want to know what it looks like. So
that's crazy that you ain't got one. I still want that hat too.
Hey, Josh, are you using it for coffee or for bourbon?
Yeah, is it coffee or bourbon?
It depends on how Kentucky's playing.
Yeah, that's true. Depends
Both.
on the time of day and when Kentucky's playing. So yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But well, man.
No matter what time, this is how they're playing. Last night was a double shot.
Well, that's fair enough. That's fine. All right. Well, thanks for calling in as always, Josh.
All right, guys. Have a great night.
All right, you too, man. Doesn't matter what time, Caden. Just matters how they're playing. Caden, I have this picture of Turtle Man. Are you ready to see this picture of Turtle Man?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it definitely looks like him. I mean, I definitely believe
like
Scott that it's
8-year-old Turtle Man.
This is yeah, it's like 8-year-old Turtle Man. Yeah, we're getting it queued up here. So, check it out.
Oh yeah, that's him.
That's definitely him, isn't it? That's definitely Turtle Man.
Yeah.
He's got the, can't see the bell bottoms in this picture, but I can definitely envision them. He's got kind of the popped out flat collar there.
Do you think he's already missing those front teeth?
He could be. I mean, we'll never know. But who knew that Connor Kimmin would be playing a Baroque trumpet gig?
Yeah, and he said that this guy was being bullied. Well, I think Turtle Man got the last laugh, Coleman.
Turtle Man did get the last laugh.
His own show
on TV. Yeah. I mean, he made it on Talkin Kentucky. I mean, that's the biggest reason that he got the last laugh. I mean,
it's a bigger deal. Yeah,
that is a bigger deal. Well, that's Turtle Man. I feel like we got to incorporate that picture into our Facebook page somehow. So we're gonna have to figure out how to do that. But
we need to play that clip I sent you at some point of him literally trying. He's just swimming around. He's like showing the technique. He like has this scientifically figured out on how to catch a snapping turtle. He said he only got bit 17 times.
I said it was Davy. I totally called Steve Irwin Davy Crockett on accident. I really did mean Steve Irwin, but I accidentally said Davy Crockett. So there he is. He's the Steve Irwin of Kentucky, right there, ladies and gentlemen.
That's just less teeth.
Turtle Man. Yes. Yeah. What were the odds of one of our listeners knowing Turtle Man? I think they were pretty slim, even though he's from Kentucky. But hey, Caden, I mean, there he is.
And Turtle Man, if you're hearing this right now, wherever you're at, if this somehow makes it to you, this is your invitation. If you ever want to come on the show,
yeah, please come on the show.
That would be a hit.
We're gonna get some good guests on soon. I know I'm gonna speak it into existence. We're gonna get some good. You wait. We're gonna get some good guests on soon. Yeah, stay tuned. But we're working on it. We're working on it. Yeah, we'll see. But Josh says thanks for taking my call. Going back to bed, go Cats, but man, that's the Josh slogan of Talking Kentucky. Well, anyway, before we talked about Turtle Man and coffee mugs and doesn't matter what time of day it is, we were talking about the worst losses in Kentucky basketball history, ranking them. So where are we putting what were we putting this number one? Did you already?
I said Rob. I don't know if they're number one, but I said Robert Morris because it's just Robert.
Oh, that's right. It's just Robert. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Well, St. Peter's has to be up there, right? Evansville. So in no particular order, Robert Morris, St. Peter's.
I'm a little biased on that one though, but other reasons.
I can understand that.
Named, but Evansville, St. Peter's, Robert Morris.
St. Peter's, Robert Morris. South Carolina from this year. Don't we have to put that one in it?
That's in it. Didn't we lose?
SEC doormat, South Carolina.
Didn't we? That made me forget what I was going to say.
Sorry.
Oh, didn't we lose to VMI one
year?
VMI.
Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah,
that was a bad loss.
We lost to VMI. Yeah. I put last night in there.
I'm pretty sure Tubby lost to. I know it's Kansas, but I'm pretty sure didn't we lose to Kansas by 50 in the tournament one time? It was something embarrassing like that.
I mean, I put Vanderbilt from last night in there. Sure. I don't remember losing to Kansas by 50. Our commenters have got to help us out. Yeah, I don't know about Kansas. I mean, maybe
Marcia says yes, we did.
Okay, well, let's put that one in there. Did we put the Duke Zion one when we lost by?
Oh, that was bad. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. When we lost to Duke that year, that was pretty bad. Heck, I might even put the Alabama one from this year on there.
Missouri stomped us too. There's a bunch of bad ones this
year. Missouri this year. You notice how half of these are from this year? This is the problem. This is the issue.
Marcia says we got nailed. It was in I was really young, and this was in it's whenever we were always an 8 seed, so we'd always play the first seed, second round, and it was always Kansas. And I just remember getting beat embarrassingly by them.
I think I do remember that now. And then UConn too. We always got nailed by UConn in the tournament. So
Yeah, that was usually in the Final Four, Elite Eight.
well, no, when Jim Calhoun was there,
Like
we
back in
always
the
get
day.
beat. Yeah, back in the day, we get beat. Anyway, well, that's enough.
Good list though.
Yeah, that's a good list. Claude says Final Four.
Notre Dame would also always beat us, not by much, but enough to be annoying. You know, like because it's just Notre Dame.
Well, Notre Dame beat us in Gillespie's last game, I guess. Isn't that right?
Oh, in the NIT, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you think we can beat Arkansas this weekend? On that note,
I'm gonna go with no, but if we have Kaysen, it's gonna really help our chances.
Claude says Wisconsin lost 2015. Like, yeah, that was bad, but I don't know. That wasn't like a.
I guess it is. I mean, it is a bad. I mean, the ref issue. I mean, that
it was
doesn't
a
make
frustrating
it a bad loss.
loss. There's difference between frustrating. Like I put the Leitner loss in there. That was frustrating, right?
That Kansas State game was frustrating because we couldn't hit anything.
Okay, that's why I don't like Bud Light. Is that Kansas State
what?
Game. Because that Kansas State game, I was drinking Bud Light when I was watching PJ Washington miss all those free throws, and that was the first and only time I've ever drank a Bud Light.
If you would have been drinking Yingling, he would have went 30 for 30.
Well, I was at Morgan's, and yeah, I was drinking Bud Light. Mistake. I'll never drink a Bud Light again after that performance. That was
just not during a Kentucky game.
Just not during a Kentucky game. But that's why, David Holmes is correct that Coors Light is the superior light beer here. So, Marcia says, I have a good friend from Kansas. I'm going to have her come on one night. She likes Kentucky. She'll tell you all about Kansas. Hey, that'd be a good guest.
Mm-hmm.
I would enjoy that. I'm not sure. Is there anything to know about Kansas? Caden, is there anything in Kansas?
I mean, I can't come up with anything. Didn't you say other than the basketball birthplace? I don't really know of anything else in Kansas, do you? Didn't you say the rules are written there or are there? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the original rules of basketball are there. Yeah, and they don't say anything about you can't have strippers and stuff like that. They don't have anything.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
that's I still can't believe that.
You book Snoop, you get Snoop.
That's what he said, and that's you can't argue with that.
That's what. Yeah.
Did they think it was going to be a Disney show or something?
Yeah, right. Well, that's true. But Caden, can you believe we've already gotten all the way through football and bowl season, and now the postseason in basketball is about to start, and we've been doing this podcast all this time. It's about to be the off season again.
Yeah, it's about to be a year going on this podcast. It's flown by.
Well, hopefully it's going to be a little bit. And you know what? We always do our holidays on Thursdays. Well, May 11th was the first day we released our first podcast. That's the 1 year anniversary of the podcast is May 11th, and May 11th is on a Thursday this year. So we're going to be celebrating the 1 year anniversary of Talkin Kentucky on May 11th. So I think that's going to be pretty good. I'm already thinking about what we're going to do in the off season, like what we're going to talk about on the. I mean, I feel like there's
some ideas.
Brackets we could do. We could do a beer bracket. We could do we could rank the 50 states from best to worst.
That'd be a good one.
We could have some guests on that are fun. You think we're gonna have to reach out to some people? Who do you think? You think Perry Stevenson would come on if we could get a hold of him?
If he saw our email somehow, like if we could get a hold of him.
Perry Stevenson.
I don't think he checks that email.
Jared Prickett.
I think you're gonna say Jared Polson.
We can have Jared Polson too. Jared Polson and Jared Prickett. I think we could have Richie Farmer. We could have some media people. We could have Maggie Davis on. You think Maggie Davis would come on our show, Cannon?
You think Drew Franklin would?
I think I think he would. Yeah. Ryan Lemon. I think Ryan would. Max Duffy. Yeah, we could reach out to some people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're rolling here. I mean, we're number 23. Kentucky's number 23 right now in the country. So I don't know how much longer Kentucky's going to be number 23, but we'll see. Well, with that Clyde comment, that's a good way to end the episode. She's not coming on. If she was going to come on, she's not coming on anymore.
Yeah, I'll delete that one.
Okay. Well, you got anything else, Caden?
No, that made me lose my train of thought. So
yeah, it did make me lose my train of thought. Maggie Davis makes Clyde lose his train of thought.
Yeah.
So
supposedly Olivia Dunn does too.
Yeah, apparently. Well, as a woman,
Clyde be running into stuff.
As a woman, she does that. Well, we got to think of the name of this episode. I mean, we could do Talking Smashed, Talking Coors Light. We're not doing Talking Maggie Davis. Talking Cody.
Talking Young Turtle Man.
That sounds a little weird, so we probably won't do that. Yeah. I mean,
Talking Smash. That's a good
Talking
one.
Smash kind of sounds good, and we got the Bruce Pearl clip going. So, oh yeah, Clyde says Talking Josh Allen. That's true. It is number 41. It is Josh Allen, but well, I like Talking Smashed. Should it be smashed in all caps though?
Yeah, because that's how he said it.
With an exclamation point.
We should. Can we listen to that one more time before we get off here?
Oh yeah, we're gonna fade out the episode with it. Yeah, for sure.
Let's do it.
90-85. Our exclusive post-game interview with Bruce Pearl is presented by Full Moon Barbecue, best little pork house in Alabama. Find your nearest location or view their catering menu at fullmoonbbq.com. I know there's no moral victories.
No.
But your ball club played its heart out tonight, Bruce.
Yep, we played well. We played hard. We should have won the game. Very, very disappointing. Obviously they made some plays. We had a hard time staying in front of them at the end of the day. I'm just sick and tired of our guys getting smashed down there. Smashed!
Yep, that's definitely a winner.
I mean, the smash part's awesome, but I love how it starts by he says there's no moral victories, and then
nope.
Nope.
Yeah, that's an underrated part of it.
Nope.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna have a whole new coach rants bracket. That's how we should celebrate our 1 year is by doing a fresh coach rants bracket. I feel like it's only fair. But
because there's been a lot in just the past year.
There has been. They got some new content. But guys, subscribe to us on Patreon. Get your mug just like Josh. Jump in there. If you follow this link, you can get a sticker or a mug, and you could be like Josh. You could be cool. Do that. Subscribe to us on YouTube, and we got a Twitter at Talkin_Kentucky, and of course, like us here on Facebook. We're up to 1.1 thousand likes now, so we're trying to keep that building. So keep that going. Again, subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and support us through Patreon. That's the big three there. So we appreciate your all support as always. Yeah, Caden, you got anything else?
I just want to turn this around. I mean, none of us thought we were going to lose to Vandy, and I just want us to have this fight that we're talking about and go out there and please, Kaysen, be okay, and because we really need him. And
please,
just
God.
Please, God, let's all say our prayers for Kaysen, and let's beat Arkansas. Let's hopefully me and Cody go down there to Nashville and have a good time and get to see a Kentucky win in Nashville and rubbing into all those fans' faces down there. That'd be a good time.
We can do it. We can do it.
Let's
Hey,
do it.
Danny Morris says, "Go Cats." I feel like he's one of those. He's one of those silent listeners. I feel like he's always in here listening to us. But eventually we'll pull everybody into calling and everything too. So we'll get everybody. That's kind of the phase. You know, people start off just as silent listeners, then they comment, and then they call. So we'll get Danny calling eventually here. But Go Cats! Thanks for watching, Danny. Thanks for watching, everybody. For Coleman Scott, for Caden Holmes, and for Smashed. This has been Talking Kentucky, and we'll see you next time. Go Cats! Go Smashed!
90-85. Our exclusive post-game interview with Bruce Pearlix is presented by Full Moon Barbecue, best little pork house in Alabama. Find your nearest location or view their catering menu at fullmoonbbq.com. I know there's no moral victories.
No.
But your ball club played its heart out tonight, Bruce.
Yep, we played well. We played hard. We should have won the game. Very, very disappointing. Obviously they made some plays. We had a hard time staying in front of them at the end of the day. I'm just sick and tired of our guys getting smashed down there. Smashed!